know, music. They have other food to eat, you know, and different healthcare agencies got different things. You'd be surprised they'll give away tablets, you know, the tablets and shit that people give it out in the street free. They had the guys here, you know, if you wanted a free tablet, you qualified for it. And other services, you know, I had a stack of their cards, but this is what I wanted to bring up in the schoolyard in a law school, because we're not getting no younger, and healthcare is very important, whether you're young or old. The first thing the father, and everybody who comes to knowledge of self, first deal with your health and your dietary. That's the first thing you deal with, you know, especially get off the swine. If it was nothing more than that, than eating how they eat certain foods and not eat other foods. Because all the time we ate anything that's put in front of us. You know what I'm saying? If we didn't eat, if we didn't want it, then we didn't eat. Our family didn't like that. Kids not, I don't want to eat that. Huh? Then you don't eat. Straight like that. But now we have healthier choices, we have healthier thoughts. We know better. The guy was talking about collard greens today. Father said, don't eat collard greens. Some brothers eating collard greens. Some brothers going back to eating shellfish and stuff, and shrimps and everything. Getting off their dietary, losing their shine, and losing their mind. Because your body is just like a car. You put in bad gas and it's still running. But you want that high test, you don't want that low stuff. You're eating better foods. So you can look good. I'll be God balance in 10 days. No, no, the 20th, not 10 days, 8 days. Anyway, people say, you don't look like you're 71. I'm supposed to look like I'm old bum. You know, black people say black don't crack, and sometimes it's cracking like it's too much. Because we having the right thoughts and not eating the right foods, and not getting the right rest. You're not taking any exercising no more. And getting like the children ain't like us. We used to make our toys. I made all kind of toys when I was a child, and I had fun doing it. You know what I'm saying? Now, you gotta get a cartridge cost you $80 to $100 of violence. This is what they live out. We played Cowboys and Indians. Now they're playing DEFCON 3 and Call of Duty and all that, you know? What's that with the Grand Theft Autos, the worst. And they teach them how to use the profanity and talking about hoes and stuff and beating up the old lady. And then when they do it, they laugh because it's fun, because that's their game.
They call the new Call of Duty.
They are being indoctrinated because they don't have a choice. We're giving them a voice of a choice. We got to put the spell back on the community. When you're speaking, you're spelling verbally. And we have not been as noticeable as it was in the past. But we're still here, we're not going nowhere, and we have a good foundation to build from. Look around at you. You can pick up anything or the picture and tell a story to a young person. Everything here is a teachable moment. We didn't have no atmosphere like this. This is like a living museum, you know? But we gotta have it open. I know there are a lot of people here, it might not be a lot of people come here. You know what I'm saying? This is a start. We've been closed for 2 months, we didn't come. For one thing or another. You know what I'm saying? But I got sick in the interim, so not that it worked out like that, but I didn't want to be sick because I had a routine hernia operation that went bad. And so I wound up in the hospital and they had to fix the mistake that they had did. I couldn't sue them because they fixed up their and they repaired the damage. And so I couldn't sue them. But I was in the hospital for a month with a thing coming out of my stomach.
When was this?
This was last month. I had a thing tube coming out of my stomach into a vacuum thing, sucking the blood impurities out of me. Because I had got gangrene in the stomach and everything. I was really messed up. I almost checked out. Because when that poison gets into your system, it's over. It's over. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing that I'm still here.
Don't say don't, that you can't. Maybe you need to get you a good lawyer that can look in. No, I'm not. I know I don't mean to interrupt your bill, but I am.
Go ahead.
But you get a good lawyer because we were speaking earlier, a lot of things now is into digital, and most things were put into manual, because they still do that manual stuff, and a lot of things they can't go and erase it. So you got to get a lawyer and let them look into that. Don't take that you
Well,
can't.
we had 3 different lawyers we picked.
Okay, you already did that. Okay,
So, yeah, we
right.
did our other
All right.
options.
Okay,
We
my
had-
then.
that
All
wasn't
right.
even
All right.
One option we went with
Yes.
at all, you know, because that, oh yeah, now I'm missing extra money.
Yeah, okay, all right, all right.
And paid and separate.
No, when you say you can't, I didn't know you already did
Yeah,
those.
That's the
Okay.
only reason I said that. because
Right,
I had
okay.
3 options.
Well, understand and understood,
I
God.
was I wrote them up, 6 pages full of stuff, and for grievances and everything,
I
and
took,
it didn't get nowhere.
manually, some of the stuff you written,
What's that?
manually. I took it down to that for good needs when I
Size, yeah, okay.
Right.
So I took part.
Good. We always had a sign-in sheet. We gotta start that back.
Right.
It's good. It said that we participate.
And so if they clean it up too,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're doing something here. We're not just wasting idle time. You know what I'm saying? And that'd be very good. Like I'm saying, the new budget's coming up, and we should be a part of all that's going on for the next year, 2024. And like I said, that room is almost done.
Yeah, just got, if you know anybody, for November 22nd, we're gonna be serving Thanksgiving dinner here. So if you know anybody who's interested, just give me a call, or give me a head count, so we can include them in the head count.
You see this? There's a lot of people you might know that could use the services. You know what I'm saying? And we should cover those who can and help and volunteer. That's what we did. It was security in the summertime. You know? We stopped 2 or 3 kids who weren't walking off and wandering, as children do. But we know that we have a lot of pedophilia going and kids being snatched up. By parents are not, you know, being observant. Even when you observe it, you just turn your head for a little bit. They've been preying on them, watching, they've been, you know, lurking in the shadow. Because these kids, they couldn't speak English, they were African kids, and the mother was there online, said when we give stuff for free, it's usually long lines. And so while she's online, they looking for her, so they gonna walk back their traces of where they walked at. They ain't dumb, you know? But what they was doing was going out of bounds. We was right there, right here.
Yes.
Where you going? I don't know what the hell these kids say.
Right.
And then, but we knew one thing, he wasn't going nowhere. Then we find out the mother, oh. Come on, he wasn't even worrying about it then, but that's okay though. Everything came out okay. Because don't tell them what can happen with them kids. You know, kids cost $500,000 a piece. They caught a guy, he's trying to snatch up a little girl. And they caught him and went into his trunk of his car and seen for an underage child $500,000. That's why he want that little girl. And these people are really demonic. Not only for sexual gratification, they have snuff films where they kill them. See, they have a science of using their energy. Using their energy. They call it adrenochrome. So they make the adrenaline in their body go high by being fear of being killed. They know they're ready to die and they scared. And they pump that adrenaline in. And when they kill them, they drink that adrenaline blood. And they take a pen and take out of their pineal gland the adrenochrome. That's why listeners don't say they took pins in the baby's heart, they took the baby's heads. That's why I'm so glad they don't have abortion, because that's what it's doing. Do you know many people have been saved from ailments from the stem cells from them, placentas from them children? It's a big, big, big business. It is better than operations. That's why you can't find operation stuff for our people, because we know how to use the body over in stem cells. That's an old, ancient knowledge, stem cells. And grow anything back to its original form, but young, you got to, and that's what it was doing with them babies, aborting them babies. Over 1,000 babies being aborted a day. More than that. That's a rough estimate. But you got 365 days in the year. Now, some states still have abortion, even though Roe versus Wade was struck down. They never thought they'd do that. You know? They never thought they'd do that. But it's more than population control. They using the percentage for them babies, also drinking their blood.
Now,
They are blood suckers. Even the babies who are Jewish catching venereal diseases behind the rabbi sucking the penis after it's Circumcised.
See this? So, when Christians read in Leviticus, people drinking blood and have to be given laws to not drink blood and not mate with dogs. I don't think that's talking about indigenous or original.
No, these are from the people that's ruling now over in Israel. They're Khazarian. Our lessons talk about the first ones that came out of the caves was what?
Jews.
The Jews. These are the Khazars coming from where they have no wars at right now. That's where the Caucasus Mountains at. But where they fighting at?
Not just you.
I can't put
Where they
this on
fighting
YouTube.
at?
Ukraine.
No, before that, in Europe.
Yeah.
Where they fighting at in Europe? Where Russia fighting with?
Ukraine.
Ukraine, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ukraine. That's the Caucasus Mountains. That's where the people who were Caucasians took the Hebrew culture. And they couldn't say they were Hebrew, so they said it was Jewish. But we know there was no J and no language over 500 years ago. So that's very recent. They changed in the 7th, 8th, and 9th century, changed the Old Testament and put themselves in history. They know they don't have no lineage or no DNA with anybody from the Middle East, and they call everybody anti-Semitic, and these are the ones who are against Semitic people. They're not original people, and they know it.
So,
And what they doing now, the lesson said today's degree. Tell us why the devil teach that. That's today's degree.
because he desires.
Listen, all he can is that's what that Gaza stuff is all about. They want to build a canal through there to advance their money. It's all commerce. All transactions are commercial. And this is all about now. They did it right here where we at right now. This is Indian territory. They took it from the Indians. They ain't doing it right now, taking it from the Palestinians. And it's so good our lessons have Palestine in it because we were the last of the people that keep it. We are going to keep it alive that was once called Palestine. And we got other names they tell you in the lesson that it used to be called. They ain't called that no more. And they can change like that too. And the people coming up will never know there was such thing as Palestinians.
Who named the Palestinians?
You know what I'm saying? Huh?
Who named the Palestinians?
I don't know who named the Palestinians, but here's something to look up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they're ancient people from that area. That's their area. They go back. Palestine is the ancient people. And they almost wiped out just like the American Indians who are ancient people. They ruled all over from north to the end of South America. Where are they? They're here, but they're not. They're 90% of them was killed off by germ warfare. Just like now, you was talking about the shot. That's germ warfare. They nothing changed. The lesson is very plain and simple. Tell us why the devil teach that. That's why he's teaching about you taking a jab. The answer's right there, because he desired to make slaves out of all he can. So he can rob them. He don't even care about his own. Because the word slave comes from them, Slavic people. From the prison of their own. The lesson said there's no peace among them.
Right.
And that's an actual fact. And we're taking on the mind of them, and there's no peace among us. The first thing they talk about, black people can't unite. Yeah, we have to unite. We have a common cause. We got a common foot up our behind.
This is what we're on. So build about.
You build about it.
Okay,
go ahead.
It's not much.
I know you're gonna say something, so go ahead. You build up. How many things? I can't speak your.
We built on this, one-on-one, and that is, the power of their psychology, which is called tricknology, in the lessons on us being more powerful than their military might, than their military hardware. So it's not their tanks, their bombs, their guns, their jet fighter planes or whatever. That's the might or their dollar, as much as the lies that we've been told. So bringing back to that degree, but to understand our power, to understand the power of the degree, everyone before you tell us the exact date of expiration of the death of civilization.
1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945. 1945.
that it expired in 1914. Many would question that, as you say, 1984. Oh, his time is supposed to have expired, so we can get off our job now. No, we can't, because it don't just work like that. Like I say, vitamins can expire, but some people still take them. May not have money and just go out and buy another set like that. But you may have to take 2, 3, 4, to have the same effect, depending on how old those.
I was gonna say expiration. Expiration is just somebody put a time and date stamp on it.
Correct.
It does not mean it just doesn't have the same potency as when it was first created.
Right.
But it'll still work, it's gonna have the same potency.
Right.
It doesn't really expire.
Good point.
Yeah.
Because now it means they got to tell that many more lies and that hard. I mean, a good example of that is look how non-effective Columbus Day. It had already passed. I didn't even know it passed. So we gained ground. That's a good sign from my point of view. A lot of people ain't going for Christopher Columbus, except with America no more. Many of their own people. A lot of colored people's not going for that. That, the whole Hamas-Israel thing, many people know the truths that he just spoke about, so they're not having the same effect. And as soon as they realize what happened, they start shutting down, these stories that went against pro-Israel all on the internet. And I heard about it. I don't have Facebook, I don't have TikTok, all that, but I'm connected with people who do. And that seems to be what's been going on. They've been censoring that. So they know they're losing their power. But we got to keep this fire going. We got to keep it going by constantly spreading that truth. Just what Father said, you got to keep teaching. Because it's that basic mindset that produces free thinkers that's going to lay the platform for us to do anything we want to do politically, economically, or any other kind of way. So that's why I embraced this. This is what attracted me to this. I was attracted to nation more than this one. You understand? Until I found out he didn't kick organized religion anyway. And that, this Islam is dealing with the culture of ourself, Lord and Master. That reigned, real with me too. But what attracted me, nation? Oh yeah, I need to go and see what this is about, And Marcus Garvey himself said, hey look, black man, where's your government? But what he didn't understand thoroughly from my, research is that how thoroughly we've been, mentally indoctrinated and not educated. We've been trained, not educated, because educated produces free thinkers, independent thinkers. Whereas indoctrination and training produces slaves. You see, mental slaves. So yeah, you can emancipate me physically, you take chains off. But if I'm still, then maybe this is why you take the chains off, because you you got me so indoctrinated mentally, So now, that, you could take that the same thing as, somebody out there, selling women, had the same mindset as the slave master. You get what I'm saying, right? Yeah, it's the same mind. He see us as just a commodity. And she may not have the self-esteem to come out of that. When the John or the trick try to educate her, why are you in this? I mean, if you made the decision to go the other way, I ain't got no problem. I'm not on it like that. But that he don't want you to say anything to it. Just like the government don't want you to say anything to your children to take them further in their mental growth or emotional growth. Just pay that money, pay that child support. And the only support we define as child support is the dollars. Same mentality, So that when we start to get this truth to our people to understand it simply like this, then maybe they can see past letting religion divide them, letting political philosophy divide them. Because if it ain't a philosophy that can work for all of us as indigenous people, what's the sense? What's the sense? And I say, black people who only know this here, what they call America, North America, I'm talking about right now, or any part of America, North, Central, or South. I'm talking about where I'm at right now, in the States, right? And we got to understand that it's very necessary to identify who our enemy is. It might be uncomfortable, but you got to have no question about identifying in public who your enemies are, whether they're conscious enemies of yours or unconscious enemies, whether they're black or white. We got to identify them, because they may not even know they are enemies, but we still got to point it out. You know, because everybody comes to our community to come up. You understand? All right? Yeah. But we got to state that. East Indians come to our community to come up, Arabs, or we can go on and on. We ain't got to go down the whole list.
No.
Yeah, come up, and a lot of times they don't want to live amongst us.
No.
Yeah, they go on back to communities where colored people live. See? All right? Taking our money right out of the community. This is what Balance of Bullets is talking about that I heard at 12 years old, which moved me so much. You know? Because when this man, you know, stood up and said, hey, you know, you give them that money and they take that basket full of money right on out of your town, you know, and you running your community right in the ground. You're helping them do it. Because every time you pull that dollar out of your pocket and go in their places of business and spend it, you're taking a vote. You're taking a vote. And now you're okaying your own political, economic oppression. Because if you okay your economic oppression, then at the same time, you're okaying your political oppression. Because you got to have economic to be forceful in politics, right? Right? Nobody respects people that don't own anything. You don't own anything. We take care of you. You get a WIC check. Now I ain't putting that down. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to, you know, get it, use it. We know who was, you know, taking part in this long before we were, and still are. You know, but we want to be independent. See, that's the whole thing. We want our own. You know, but the first thing we got to get back is our own mind, our own perspective on life, because that's going to govern everything. And see, that's what these teachings are about. You know, so you know, with that, I want to say peace. You know,
Peace. We have turkey and roast beef sandwiches. And water. I had to do something real quick because nobody cooked for us. I usually have. The earth are not here. It's gone earth, but they want equal billing. They got to do equal work. That's how it goes.
Now, let me just say this.
You represent for them. Okay.
we save.
I mean, we wouldn't be here without you. I'm gonna say that right here. You know, the black woman's been a backbone of our family experience ever since.
We need to understand that men are the givers. We're the giver of life. And when we accept and receive, once we receive and we know that we're loved, we'll give. Unfortunately, it has flipped in this time of the age. Women, they're giving into the romantic. You understand? But as soon as we take control of the men in our communities, in the world, to show how to stand and be, and I was using this now, alpha males, leaders, providers, standers, don't you feel the fall, you jump like a man, and not tap and don't run, but stand there for like, take it or leave it. If not, then let's do this. You know, then you got those, you know, Charlie, those gamblers that's whatever you want. And that's what we're dealing with now. But always remember, men, you are the givers, you are the givers of life. We just receive that life and give back and populate. And we only give our love if we feel love. You understand? We give what is given to us, we return it. We ain't giving it, we ain't giving credit. Exactly. And I think that's one of the things that we have forgotten about. We always say, oh, women don't give it. No, we cannot. We give what we receive. Once we receive, then we give. So it's not equal, even if you go back into the garden of Adam and Eve, you know, let's go back to that, right? Adam had a woman that was there who was willing to, even when she, you know, about, oh, she ate from the fruit. As soon as she made a mistake, it was his job as a man to correct her. He did not do that. What did he do? He placed the blame on God. The woman you gave me. But you were there because you had control over the garden. You were there to provide, to make sure that everything flourished. As soon as you saw her make that mistake, you should have said, oh, I'm going to do that outside. Babe, you made a mistake. We need to correct this. First of all, she would never lie to Satan. The Lord know Cain is his son, right? She would never done that if Adam had stepped up to his manhood and made the correction. So we also, as men, and we all have our roles, we have to recognize what our roles are. And we ain't about just, oh, we supposed to just cook and clean, we're supposed to support you in whatever you do. Like they say, behind every good man is a good woman who supports his ideas. Because she loves him, because he's given to her, she loves him, and she's gonna make sure you succeed. Now, we ain't here to say, oh, we just wash and clean, we get, no, that's not how it works. But I'm just saying.
That bears witness to the fact that the essential quality of man is his mind, his ideas. So yeah, that's what that bears witness to, and that's what we got to get back to. And we need to have a common idea amongst all ideas about what that manhood means to us. Not just that it's mine, but an original mind. So, who was the original man? Yeah. Oh, the original man is the Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, the creator of the planet Earth, father of civilization, and God of the universe. So we got to come. Well, that's been proven. I mean, history proved that.
Fuck what?
Because we won't be still teaching.
We have to prove it.
We got to prove it.
Of course.
So how do we prove it?
Of course.
By living it out.
By living it out, yes. Yes, we
We
got
more than that, man.
Throwing ways in action and not just speaking words, it's living it out, living the
Right.
culture of our God out to
Right.
the fullest.
right.
Yeah, but how do we do that? See?
How do we do that? By being, when you say something, be committed to it and make it come true. Don't say it and don't come true, because then your word is not your bond.
Well, that's wrapped up in finding our purpose. See, we all got to find our purpose in this. See, you know, this is not a cookie cutter machine. You know, it's what we all say we got. You got your personality, I got mine. We all here for a certain mission. A universal mission, yes. To teach this truth, right? But teaching is not, like you said, it's not just words, right? It's about action. But within that collective action, it should be an individual purpose as well as a collective purpose. When you find your niche in that collective purpose, well, that's you, and everybody know that's you. And you're the best man for this job. He's the best man
I'm
for this.
gonna have an individual purpose. I have to commit because when I look at 18 degrees and they tell me to do the so our purpose, do so our purpose, you establish so this is right, this is stop, and scientific we have responsibilities. We make a commitment to the work that we're going to teach and apply. You got to make a difference on your own. Sometimes you want to brother home, you don't even hear your language. They don't even speak your language.
You feel like
Can
you
you
hear
talk
from
about
it?
this nation?
I'm talking about
I'm
the
good.
world.
Okay.
I'm not talking about a nation. This is business.
So when you say the language, what language?
Yes, the language. The language. They don't speak that no more. How you get them to understand who they are? Every time they turn around and hear, they hear some white stuff. Or some stuff they act like we do with them.
So you say some white stuff.
Information.
Right.
Okay? Not black information.
Okay.
So I'll come and hear my language.
Share a little stuff.
I'm not hearing my language.
Feel a
There's
little
some
stuff.
words in there.
And what is that?
That's good.
What's that?
We on camera now. This is going on.
This is why I've been here a long time. We have a 7-year period. What did we get that?
You said a 7,
A 7-year period. We mentioned that.
7-0?
Yeah, we said we can give a 7-year period. From who?
Who gave it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was told it was given a 7,
see what-
and I went along with it.
See, that's my point.
Right.
That's my point.
Go ahead, say
All
what?
You saying 7 years, but where did it come from?
Yeah.
No, it was told
And
to
brother
me.
been saying that for thousands of years.
Right, you indeed.
And I always tell my brother, where
Right.
do you get it from?
Right.
See, but I'm not gonna matter because I'm not here that I can't prove beyond shadow of doubt. It's just like with that first degree. I'm not gonna manifest that first degree if I can't prove it.
I don't know who gave me the expiration
But I
1914
don't
either.
think it
but-
would ever get it. That was an accusation made by somebody that didn't based on truth.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because if you take
I don't want to say it was
1970, it comes to 1984.
Well, I don't want to say it's not true, but it was told and it was passed
Because it
down, and I
happened.
ran with it.
I say it's not true because it hasn't been proven yet.
Okay.
You mean you had 70 years?
Yeah, that hasn't been proven at all.
What's that
We was looking at 1914, we didn't even know who he was. So how we could get a 7-year grace period, I don't know.
I don't know neither.
Because in 1914, we had no knowledge who we were. We were savages. So who gave us that 7? Who said 7 will add on to that 1914? Who said that?
Next thing he be asking me how the rate of the planet Earth. I don't know who made it, but I was told.
You understand?
And I went along with
I'm
it.
coming from a culture aspect. You know, not from the world aspect.
So Divine,
From a culture, yes, God.
they said the Earth was raised 6 sextillion tons. I mean, who proved that? I mean, who weighed the Earth?
Who wrote it?
Now, who weighed it due to the science of they used? But
One of our
these
scientists-
numbers was
You
given.
have to know where that is. This is the way that.
I don't know. I'm just going.
I'm talking about 19.
Someone wrote it down, and we all went with it.
Just as I can.
Uh-huh.
1914, but I want to go a little further. 1912.
Okay.
In 1912, there was a ship called the Titanic. It was an unsinkable ship. And all the rich of the rich of the founding
We're on it. I know the science of that.
The founding financial fathers, the Guggenheim, the Astons, and Angel Rivera was on that ship.
Yeah.
And they went down. 1913 come, a group of these people went on a place called Jekyll Island and schemed on how to make a central banking system to rule over America, which was the foundation of the Federal Reserve, which is not federal, and it has no reserve. At Christmas time, December 23rd, 1913, they passed the measures for the central bank. Well, a lot of people were not even there, but it had enough there old people to stay back from holiday to pass it. So in 1914, they went off the gold standard, and that was the fall of America right there. Now we talk about grace period. We're getting the grace is only the grace that we have given for us to get it together. Because we have to produce an energy greater than what Yaku's children is using until we can get to that realm of state of consciousness as a people. He was continuing to rule, you know. But right now, when I was teaching knowledge born knowledge culture, I told my daughter it was knowledge born the MGT and GCC. That's a knowledge culture degree for her. And that's a double expiration date on her body, on her, because she's a planet. You know, we are planets. Planets are something that are growing on made from the beginning, but we are grown planet. The main planet, the Caucasian man and the yellow man, they're made planets. Because in the black man's body is two germs, the black and the brown. We can't not forget, the black man which is made weak and wicked is a devil. And the yellow man is a grafted man. And it's CCP, Chinese, they mad communist devils. They're not playing. They don't care about their own. They got so many they get exterminated and use all kind of slavery to make everything in the world undercut no matter what. This is made in China. I was surprised. I looked at it today, I'm like, damn. I thought it was made in Italy.
Because someone put a tag.
$35
Because someone put a tag on it. It could be made anywhere. These people are
I'm just
crafty.
saying, they're not a phone that we got in America that's not made by the Chinese. Isn't that something else? All the communications that we got going on is the Chinese got a back door to know what everything's at. They know exactly where you at right now.
Right.
You got a phone with you. You a cyborg, but you're not attached to your body. Before we had a joke about the credit card, talking about don't leave home without it, but you don't leave home without that phone now. It's not a joke. You know? Can you hear me now? You just have to drop calls. They're dropping like it's already. You know these phones out here? They're on 6G. That's why they're giving away the 5G phones. Just like they gave away the 4G phones when they come to 5G. You can get a 4G phone now, just if you want Medicaid, Medicare, food stamps, whatever, you can go get some phone. It didn't cost you nothing, they pay for the bill. I mean, I first got there for a cell phone, it looked like big as a battery. And the bill was at a phone. You remember that? You remember that, right? That phone was stuff else. Hey, it cost me a lot for one phone call. Now it's free with the internet? I don't know the internet was how much it cost. Man, that it cost a little or nothing. Because they want everybody. That's just like the lesson says, it's a very small lesson, but it's very powerful. You know? He decided to make slaves out of all he can, so he can rob them in luxury. He knows all your habits now by your phone, where you go. And they make it now, making the money digital, so they know what you bought. You get, debt is slavery, but everybody gotta have a good slavery count, where you call your credit report. You know what I'm saying? And you can get goods and services, now you don't put no money down. I know Earth, we got a car, she had good credit, they ain't put no money down, and drove out with a brand new car. Anybody can have that. You gotta have good numbers like my man. I know what you out there.
Me.
Tell me your credit score number.
I don't even know, man. About 7 or something. I don't know.
No, don't lie.
I don't know.
8, damn near 9.
I don't even know, man.
I'm lying, I'm flying. Am I flying, y'all?
No.
I have to
You
look
gonna say
that up.
7
I don't know.
You know it's 8 something.
No, I don't have a reason to get anything
Whoa,
on
whoa,
credit.
whoa, whoa.
I have good credit, but I don't have.
You try to be modest. You try to be modest, brother. But you know you can walk in and get anything you want. I was struggling today.
Basically.
No. Basically, I take your word. All right, basically. That's what I'm just talking about. I'm so glad I know somebody like that. Most people I know can't get nothing.
But when he should be teaching.
But he's a powerful example how he
Paid my bills on time and ahead of time.
Work and got
Don't
his
pay
retirement.
portion, paid all.
Yeah.
If I bought it, pay the end of the month like American Express used to do in the
Show 'em
beginning.
how to do it, God.
If you go buy
Tell
it,
her.
don't buy something for $300 and pay $50 every month because in the long run you're gonna pay $400 for something that costs $350. But if you bought it and paid off, then they don't get no interest on it.
That's right. Tell 'em how to do it, God.
That's how I've been doing it.
That's right.
I go buy something because I'd rather put it on a credit card than spend cash. Because if it's something that if I don't want it, if I pay cash, they don't want to give you back your cash. But if you use a credit card, they'll reverse the charge because you don't want it. So whatever I buy, I pay at the end of the month. I'm not paying in portions.
There you go.
I'm not gonna buy something for
your credit card, right?
Huh?
You don't use more than 20% of your credit, right?
I just use what I can pay for. I wouldn't go buy something for $3,000 and then try to pay it off. I buy only what I need, necessity. I use the card. I use the card because a lot it's better to use your card than use cash. You use cash and you decide you don't want it, the store's not giving you back that $1,000 of cash. You go in there, they want to give you credit and all kinds of stuff. But if you use your credit card and you didn't want it when you get home, something's wrong, you can give it back and reverse the credit. But cash, they don't give you, the store ain't giving you back that. You go in there and spend $1,500 in cash, what store you going back and say, I don't want this? And you think they can go in the drawer and give you back $1,500 cash? No. So it's better to use the card. And more that you use the card and buy things, like the cards that I have, you get a credit. You get, like my man Kevin Hart and them be saying on that, I get credit for when I buy something. So at the end of by the end of a couple of months, I got $20 worth of credit to buy something. Yeah. Now that's all you gotta do. You just gotta learn. Don't buy something.